So there's 3 pairs of swans, quite a few ducks. There's 2 pairs right there, and right over here is another pair, kind of behind those branches. It's not going to focus well on them. These guys are headed my way to maybe check me out, see what's going on. Friend or foe? So we've been pretty busy this week. It was a real busy week for us, and Kara's been really busy cleaning out the freezers the last couple of weeks, canning up and getting jelly, applesauce, apple butter, choke cherry syrup. She's working on choke cherry syrup today. We're going to make applesauce this afternoon. We're kind of working inside just because it's a chillier day. We had this planned out so that we could get the freezers cleaned out. Plus, I got a great deal on some Honeycrisp apples. Normally they're about $3.89 a pound, and I was able to get a deal at 3 Bears for 99 cents a pound. So I ended up buying like 15 pounds worth of apples so that we could make applesauce. And with Kara being so busy canning, trying to clean out the freezers, making more room for more great deals. And this time we're going to fill up all of that extra space that she made with bread, because I was able to pick some up at a very good discount. I'm able to show you the receipt, but we already put a lot of the bread in, because when I came home last night, we put it in the freezer already and filled the freezer because we wanted to see how much room we actually had. And because I had to make a run right by the store again to deliver some lumber. I'll show you a picture of that, a little clip here of that pretty soon. But to deliver some lumber that a gentleman had asked for, and I wanted to see how much I could fit in the freezer, how much more room I had, so that I could take advantage of this great deal. Well, I could get the deal because we'll be using that for Thanksgiving for our homemade stuffing. Just make bread cubes. We can make our own croutons this way. It was white bread, so you just add your own flavoring, your own spices and seasonings to it for your own croutons. It works out great. That's kind of how we do it, and it's way better than buying that store-bought stuff that has a whole bunch of preservatives on it. Tastes way better. You get the flavors that you actually want. it just works out. It's a win-win. So I wanted to take full advantage of this deal. Well, I could, but I don't want to buy a whole bunch of it that I can't put in the freezer, because then it just molds and it's no good, because it's almost outdated bread anyway. In fact, it was dated for yesterday, dated for the 14th. So it had to be sold by yesterday, otherwise they were going to get rid of it. That's why it was a great deal. And let me show you what that deal was. Average, ordinary, pretty much the cheapest bread that you can get, at least the cheapest bread that we can get. And normally this bread is $2.59 right now, and $2 off. So for 59 cents I was able to get a loaf of bread. And I didn't buy just one loaf of bread. Actually, the first time I bought 12 loaves of bread, made sure that all of that was fit into the freezer, and then we determined how many more loaves of bread we could use, and we figured we could use 5 more loaves. I stopped by after I dropped off that lumber. I picked up 5 more loaves of this bread. Luckily, they still had some left, so I picked up 5 more loaves. We have 2 loaves in the oven right now, drying or cooking down into croutons. And you dry them, you cook them, you put them back in the bread bag, and we'll have those for Thanksgiving. It'll be perfect. But yeah, the savings was huge off of the 12 loaves. Obviously, if you save $2 a piece, that means I saved $24. And then when I bought the 5 loaves, I saved an additional $10 compared to if I paid the everyday price. So all in all, I saved $34 and got a passel of bread. And I will show you the receipt here really quick. And then here are the receipts for the bread. So regular price, $2.59, and then $2 off. I bought some grapes as well that were marked down 89 cents. Right there is all of the discounts. $24 on the first 12. Here's the second set, 5 this time. There's the discounts. So all in all, I saved $34 right there on the bread. What a great deal. So there again, like I kind of always say, go to the discount areas, look at the discounts, look for items, especially if you're having a hard time and you want to stretch your money even farther. Look for the discounted items. You never know when you're going to find a great deal. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a great deal. And if you have a couple extra dollars in your pocket, you can actually set yourself up. I have 17 loaves of bread now, and I do not have to go buy at regular full price, and I can continue to watch for great deals. And hopefully, before I run through all of these 17 loaves, I will actually find another great deal just like this, just to stretch my dollars just a little bit farther in these hard times. Because in these hard times, as prices keep rising and rising, we need to save every penny we can. So I'm not just a penny pincher in real life, I also play one on YouTube. So I know it's the wrong time of year to be looking at stuff like this, but the reason I am pointing this out is that right now is the perfect time when places are trying to get rid of the stock. End of the season and things are on sale. So each one of these 12-inch lights I was able to get those for $24 a piece. So yes, I spent quite a bit of money all at one time, but compared to the price that they were wanting for them, it's almost half price. And then for the 24-inch, they were $39 a piece. And the reason I bought 12-inch and 24-inch was just different applications, because I only have 300 square feet, so I'm thinking the 12-inch are going to be more prone to get used this year, and probably 24-inch in the future. Plus I got extra, because just in case like one goes out or whatever, I have because these are able to be linked together, and they get more powerful as you link them together. Like so, 24-inch says that if it increases by 8 times the amount if you put more lights together, and the 12-inch says that it increases by 16 times the amount if you put more than one light together. So, and yeah, they're probably not the best grow lights, but they are what I could afford. That is one of the deals. So just watch for the clearances at the end of the season. If you know that you're looking for grow lights, or you're looking for items at the end of the season, getting prepared for next season, that's a great way to save some money, especially with the price of everything being so expensive anyway. I just say that, you got to look for the deals where you can find them, and I believe I got a good deal on these. Just another thing to be thinking about. So this time of year is when stores will put their fans on clearance or on deep discount sales. And like this fan here was $9, $8.99. And normally that fan is $30. So I saved a $20 bill right there, more than a $20 bill. $29.99, and I paid $8.99. So I saved just about $21 on just that fan alone. I ended up buying 2 of these. We use fans more in the winter time than we do in the summer in our house, because we like to have the air circulating in the winter time, away from the wood stove or the Toyo stove. Even though it's a small cabin, it's kind of nice to, especially when you're running just the Toyo stove, have the air moving around so that it's not just really warm over by the Toyo stove and cool at the other corner of the cabin. And then I also got this fan, and it's an oscillating fan that it actually has to be plugged into the wall. This one is a battery powered fan, so turn it on. It's fairly quiet and no cord needed, so I can move that pretty much anywhere in the cabin I want. Utilize it any way I want. Just throw it up on the table, throw it in a corner, and that will run, it says, for up to 8 hours. So yeah, and then just charge it back up and ready to go again. And this fan is actually a corded fan, so it'll have to be next to a outlet to run it. But it's an oscillating fan, so I figured that might come in handy as well. And that fan right there was $7.50, regularly $24.99. So both of those were great deals, in my opinion. And it was something that we could use, because the only other thing we had before these fans was actually a big box fan. And although it worked, it would end up blowing everything around in the cabin, including the dust. So we prefer not to run that fan now. I don't have to, unless it's really, really hot and you can put it in the window and suck air in from outside. So just keep in mind, go to the clearance areas of the stores and look for their sales, especially at the end of a season. You know, we're heading into winter. They didn't want to carry these over till next summer, because they figure everybody would buy fans in the summer. So this is a great deal for me, and something that I am happy to have and kind of needed. A little bit smaller fans rather than just the big box fan. And here's a quick look at the lumber that I delivered to that gentleman's house. He wanted 25 8-foot long 4x4s. Some of these are longer than 8 foot, obviously, but he was very happy with them. So some of these have been milled for a little while, but he was still happy with them. For the project he was doing, he figured they'd work just fine. Just got done delivering the 4x4s, and the whole drive over here, it was a spectacular sunset. This is the very end of it. Still beautiful. Just beautiful. Mountain right there. More mountains over in the background. But I had an appointment to keep, so I didn't want to stop. Keep that appointment and then try to catch it afterwards. It worked out perfect. What a great way to end the day by seeing that. And I know the camera's not doing it justice, but it is beautiful. Thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.